Hello, children. Welcome back to English class. Okay, what makes the Earth the one and only living planet? Do you have any idea? Yes, you're correct. Availability of oxygen, proper gravitational pull, and presence of water are the main reasons that makes the Earth the one and only living planet. Do you agree with me? Yes. Okay. What are the things that make the Earth a unique planet? Yes. Seasons, trees, birds, rivers, animals, sunlight, ozone layers, rain, etc. Right? So these are the things that makes the Earth a unique planet. Am I right? Yes. So, can you guess what topic are we going to see today? Yes, you're absolutely correct. So, in this Unit 5 supplementary reader, we are going to see All Summer in a Day, and it was written by Ray Bradbury. Before we enter into the story, we'll see about the author. Ray Douglas Bradbury was born on 22nd August 1920 and died on 5th June 2012. He was an American author and screenwriter. He worked in a variety of genres, including fantasy, science fiction, horror, and fiction. Widely regarded as the most important figure in the development of science fiction as a literary genre, Ray Bradbury's works evoke the theme of racism, censorship, technology, nuclear war, humanistic values, and the importance of imagination. Ray Bradbury is well known for his incredibly descriptive style. He employs a figurative language, mostly like similes, metaphors, and personification, throughout the novel and enriches a story with symbolism. On April 16, 2007, Bradbury received a special citation from the Pulitzer Prize jury for his distinguished, prolific, and deeply influential career as an unmatched author of science fiction and fantasy. Bradbury also wrote and consulted on screenplays and television scripts, including Moby Dick and It Came from Outer Space. Many of his works were adapted to comic book, television, and film formats. Okay, can you imagine a day without the sun? This supplementary reader, All Summer in a Day, is a science fiction story that explores the theme of life on Venus, the other planet, which as of today is not a possibility. Okay, do you know what is a science fiction? Science fiction is a genre of speculative fiction, typically dealing with imaginative concepts such as advanced science and technology, spaceflight, time travels, and extraterrestrial life. Science fiction often explores the potential consequences of scientific and other innovations and has been called a literature of ideas. Let's get into the story. Children, listen carefully. Meanwhile, I'll ask you questions, right? Okay. All Summer in a Day is a science fiction that explores the theme of life on Venus. This science fiction has been written by Ray Bradbury. The children in the classroom on the planet Venus are getting ready to see the sun that appears once in 7 years. Okay, what kind of story is this? Yes, you're correct. This is a science fiction story. Okay, what do children get ready for at the beginning of the story? Yes, you're absolutely correct. At the beginning of the story, all the children are getting ready to see the sun. Am I right? Yes. It has been raining for 7 years. There have been tidal waves over the islands. 1,000 forests were crushed under the rain and grow up 1,000 times to be crushed again. This is the way of life on the Venus. Okay, how is life in the planet Venus described? Yes, you're correct. It had been raining for 7 years. So, not only that, what happened to the forest? 1,000 forests had been crushed under the rain and grown up 1,000 times to be crushed again. Am I right? Yes. 7 years ago, the sun came out for an hour. The children remembered a warmness like a flushing in the face. They read about the sun and wrote small stories and poems on it. Marga wrote a poem about the sun, but others did not like it. They just teased her. Margot would not play games with them. The moment they sang about the sun, her lips moved. She had come to the Venus 5 years ago. She remembered the way the sun was when she was 4 in Ohio, USA. Okay, who is Margaret? How is she different from the rest of the children? Yes, Maha is a girl from US. She is thin and her face is pale like snow. What happened to Margaret while the teacher is out of the classroom? Yes, Margaret is teased by all the children and she was pushed by them. So, not only that, they do not accept her to play any game with them, right? Yes. Once a month ago, she had refused to shower in the school shower rooms. She screamed that the water must not touch her. There was a talk that her parents would take her back to the earth next year. So, the children hated her for all these reasons. That day, they locked her in a room. Okay, what did the children do to Margaret? Yes, the children locked her in a closet. Okay, why did they do so? Because the children did not like Margaret. She was very different from them, right? That is the main reason, and they do not like her to join them to see the sun. Am I right? Yes. They go back to the class when the teacher arrives. They are wonderstruck to see the sun coming out. It is the color of the flaming bronze. The children rush out of the classroom, turning their face up to the sky. They feel the sun on their cheeks like a warm iron. They run among the trees, push each other, and play hide and seek. Okay, how did the children react when the sun came out after 7 years? Yes, you're correct. The children rushed out shouting happily, and they were running and they were turning their faces up to the sky and were feeling the sun on their cheeks. Am I right? Yes. In the midst of their running, one of the girls wails. She holds out the hand with a raindrop. The sun having faded, a few cold drops fall on their faces. Their smiles vanish away as they return to the classroom. Okay, why did one of the girls wail? Yes, you're absolutely correct. A raindrop fell on her palm and she was afraid that the sun would soon disappear. So that what she did, she wailed, right? Yes. One of the girls remembers Margaret and shouts for her. Margaret was still there in the closet. She had been there for the entire time that they were outside enjoying the sun-soaked weather. They slowly walked towards the closet where they had left Margaret, and they were all nervous to approach it. They slowly walked to the closet door, and no noises were emitted from behind the closet door. They unlocked the door, and Margaret slowly emerged. Thus, the story ends. Okay, what were their feelings towards Margaret at the end of the story? Yes, they took pity on her as they had denied her joys of watching the sun and playing in the sunlight. So, not only that, they felt sorry for the act of locking her in the room. Got it? Yes. Now we'll see few glossaries from the supplementary reader. Weeds, unwanted wild plants, peering, looking, tidal waves, large ocean waves, slackening, gradually slowing down, shove, rough push, patterning, regular, savagely, aggressively, surged, moved suddenly, muffled, muted, avalanche, snow slide, solemn, serious. Let's see few key points for better understanding. In this story, the Venus is a rainy planet. The sun only comes out for one day every 7 years. The school children are eagerly waiting to see the sun. Margaret recently comes there from the earth. She knows many things about the sun. So, all the children are envy her. They push Margaret into a closet and lock her inside. When the sun comes out, they enjoy a lot. When the sun vanishes, they thought of Margaret. So, they release her and regret for their action. Okay, children, up to this, the story gets over. Hope you understand. Please go through this story in your textbook for better understanding. Thank you.